We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, He committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Browns 10, Ravens 3.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Touchdown!
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistent. And now off to the races down the right side. Shreds into the stiff arm.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That were for 14 yards and another first.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Returning it, Justice Hill.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. They set up the screen for Henry.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jackson will throw again.
Connecting with Andrews. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Jackson.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. That'll be caught by Hill.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Ravens going to use 1 of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cleveland Browns. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Cleveland offense making their way out.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. We're scoreless after 1. 3rd and 2. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert now. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Out of the gun, Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Right back to Njoku. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and 6. Again, Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side taken in by Hill. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. Here's Herbert. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Well, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Mecole Hardman. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Herbert.
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Mahomes going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
So now the Browns down 10-7, a minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Throwing, Herbert.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Herbert. Pass complete. It's Adams.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Herbert going to throw. Completes to Njoku.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Herbert.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Here's Pacheco once again.
Gets through, and now an opening. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on fourth down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On first down, Mahomes. That's swung out to Mostert. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Takes it to about the 37.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
In motion, Hill.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down and a 14-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He's into space past the 25.
And finally marked down at the 23. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Mahomes again. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. Sanders' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. Dancing away at the 30. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Left side to Lamb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. A run with Mostert up the middle. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And just shedding him off there. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
At the end of the third quarter, with the score Dolphins 3, 49ers nothing.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
Burrow's pass complete to Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
At the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw, Burrow. And it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command him. Make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as the kick's away here. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 27-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Mahomes. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. Floating one incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, through an opening, and there he goes. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Mahomes to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Third down throw incomplete as well.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. Send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be positioned themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense, so go ahead and let him kick that one.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because Now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow. Finding Samuel. And he'll give a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
Deebo Samuel. A gain of 12. And the 49er first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
And you just had the feeling when they took the field for this drive, they meant business. They knew a field goal would keep the game going, but a touchdown would end it here in overtime. And that nearly did it right there. What a play to put them in position to win this ball game.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1. McCaffrey. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to keep the game alive. And his kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Pushing his way through. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's inside the 20. There are no flags. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. And an amazing return. Wins it in OT.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Jefferson.